You know, a lot can happen in 50 years. The rise of smartphones, social media, the world population even doubling in size. And for the past 50 years, something else remarkable has happened. These Cleveland couples have spent a lifetime of love together, and they're sharing how they made it work through 5 decades.
53.
50 years.
50.
50 in a week.
51.
Ross and Patti DeJohn of DeJohn Funeral Homes have celebrated 50 years of love. And this year, they noticed several of their employees also celebrating 50th anniversaries.
9 couples in a small little company like ours that are celebrating 50 years. I said, you know, we should do something special.
So in a world where we know half of marriages end in divorce, what is their special secret to love longevity?
Patience and communication.
Faith and family.
Yeah.
And a sense of humor.
All keeping them together.
Without a sense of humor, we would not have made it 50 years.
There's some ups and downs when you're together for 50 years.
Yeah, we have our disagreements.
We do.
There were times that our marriage could have ended, but we stuck it out, we forgave each other, and you keep going.
And of course, some great stories from the years.
This beautiful bride comes walking down the aisle and she claims, and she claims the first thing I said to her, instead of saying, oh, you look beautiful or anything, I asked her, how does my hair look? So, and she's never let me forget that, but it's probably true. So that's where we started. That's how our marriage started off, on that kind of laughter, and it's continued on for 50 years.
Day of our wedding, we were leaving. So we walk out the door, and I picked her up, and I'm carrying her, and there was a step, and I didn't see it, and we went down.
When we were young and we had a big backyard, we had a above-the-ground swimming pool. And we said, let's go out and go skinny dipping. So we did. And we were skinny dipping in the pool. Just for the heck of it.
But no matter if they're laughing or arguing, they know one thing is for sure, their love for each other.
I think her smile, it does such wonders, you know.
You know, we really do love each other. We're buddies, we're companions.
And they have some words of wisdom for the younger generations.
This isn't easy. It's one of the hardest things you're gonna do, to be in a good relationship. But nothing in life that is good is easy.
It's not always easy. You have to, you know, give a little, take a little. Just be there for each other.
And some of it is just pure luck.
Always looked at it as winning the lottery. You know, some win, some don't, but we're blessed, and it was just the right things happen at the right time.
This story was such a joy to do. We laughed, we cried. I mean, it was that kind of a story.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't you feel that you watch this, it makes so much sense, but the reality, I think the biggest takeaway for me is it's not easy. And I love how transparent they were about that. It wasn't like, oh, we just, you know, love,
Anyone
love,
that says it's easy is lying.
They're lying.
There's so much wisdom there, really. And I said earlier, I just want to go hang out with all of them.
Yeah. One of the things that one of them said, where it's like the give or take, something my grandparents always said is marriage is not 50-50. There's a lot of days where it's 80-20, and you have to be okay with that. And so a lot of their advice was resonating with some of the stuff that I've heard from my grandparents, from my parents, and humor, always huge.
Oh, I love it.
You gotta laugh.
My parents are at 48 years, and one thing that I remember talking to my dad, I said, Daddy, why did you marry Mom? And he was like, when I saw her. And it was just like this all on his face. Like years later, I was a teenager, so they had been married probably about 20 years by that time. And just, it was like hearts all around. And I looked at him and I said, you know what? That's the type of man I want. I want them to say something not like that about me. And so,
I bet Chris would. I bet Chris is at home.
Chris, you better.
Going, whoa, with hearts all around. I guarantee. I've met him. He definitely does that. All right.